Well, the running of the Group 1 Len Smith Mile is a headline act on any other night bar a $2 million race called the Eureka. An outstanding field has been assembled, and the barrier draw, the all-important barrier draw, has certainly given Spirit of St Louis the opportunity to take out the Group 1 event. I caught up with his driver, Jack Callaghan. Well, Jack, the Len Smith Mile, what a race it's going to be, just overflowing with exciting talent.
Yeah, it is a great field for, a time-honoured race, so good to be a part of it.
Spirit of St Louis, barrier 1, that's all important.
Yeah, for sure. He's got a good barrier this week, so he looks a really good chance.
Jackie put in one of those very rare poor performances in the Blacks of Fake. You gave him every chance in the 1-1. Can you put your finger on that run?
Oh, he did a little bit of work early, and then they obviously just ran unbelievable times. So, with the race speed, probably made his run look worse than it was, even though we were quite disappointed with him. But he had a freshen since then and felt as good as ever last week.
I suppose we've got to remember they're not machines, and just like anyone else, they can just have an off night.
Yeah, no doubt. He's been in all the dogfights in the last few years, so you've got to forgive him every now and then.
And that's a good term, the dogfights, Jack, because on most occasions he doesn't win by big margins or he doesn't get beaten by big margins.
No, he's extremely consistent. He's probably been the most consistent horse on the Grand Circuit, especially since King of Swings retired as well. So, hopefully we can take out another big one this weekend.
Well, Gate 1, you can certainly dictate what you want to do, Jack, and is that to lead in this particular field?
Yeah, I think so. He's got really good gate speed, so I'd say have enough speed to hold quite comfortably, and he's shown over the mile when he's in front he can be extremely hard to get past.
And we know how much he loves racing here. 18 starts, 8 wins, 6 runner-up checks and a third.
Yeah, he does love this track. He's an extremely versatile horse. He can race on any size track. He's showed that in Perth as well, around the half mile. So he's won plenty of races here as well as big ones here. So the track's no worry.
That wonderful partnership you've formed with Spirit of St Louis, Jack, around about 14 wins now.
Yeah, it's been a real thrill to be able to drive him consistently the last few years. So he's a great horse and makes my job a lot easier.
Well, we're talking about an established star. You've got some nice drives as far as the up-and-coming youngsters are concerned in race 4, Paradise Point for Jamie Cassar, coming off a very strong win.
Yeah, I was really impressed with this little colt when I drove him the first time in his heat. Dad's done a lot of work with him, driven him in all his previous starts, and really liked him, and he was keen for Jamie to put me on down here, which I was thankful for, and he showed a great display in his heat and raced really well.
Once again, you gave him every possible chance, went out one back and then pulled him out 3 deep. His work over the last 200 metres, Jack, was very impressive.
Yeah, it sure was. The kind of leader and behind leader were 2 nice horses in it, and just before he pulled out, they kind of got away on us a bit, so he had a fair bit of work to do, even though he did have a nice trip in transit, and he got home in a 26 quarter for a 2-year-old's not easy, so I was really impressed with that.
You've driven plenty of winners for the McCarthys, Belinda and Luke, but now you're driving 1 forward, Narelle McCarthy in race 5, number 6, Brett's Red, and he's also coming off a nice win.
Yeah, I've always really liked this horse. He's taken a bit of time to mature, and he's improving a lot, and he definitely had a career best run last start off a bit of a let up as well, so you'd expect natural improvement off that, and although with Better Be the Best in it, he probably doesn't look a winning chance, he's definitely able to run second with the right trip.
Yeah, he's drawn the outside gate, Better Be the Best, but that's not going to be enough to stop him, but certainly Brett's Red, as you suggested, it's going to run a bold race.
Yeah, no doubt he's in great form, and if Better Be the Best wasn't in this race, I'd give him a really big chance of winning, but he does look the class above the rest, so we'll be driving for probably second money.
Yeah, if you take Better Be the Best out of the equation, this would be a very competitive race. Some nice drives, Jack, the best of them?
I'd have to say Lewis, just with the good draw and his class, he definitely looks the best of them.
Well, it's going to be a thrilling race, Jack, the Len Smith Mile, and no doubt if you're greeting the judge once again, you're going to be in for a very big cheer on the way back.
Yep, no worries, thank you.